My God, you guys know I was shooting a video thinking that I was talking for probably like 6 minutes and this shit wasn't recording? I was going on and on. First, I started in my living room talking about, hey, hi guys, I hope you guys are safe. I'm so pissed. But, anyways, now I don't feel like doing all that talking again. That's crazy. But I was basically asking you guys how y'all feeling out here. I hope everybody is safe. And I was talking about how you guys feel about this mask and vaccine thing. And I was saying that I'm a mask wearer first and foremost, and I'm fully vaccinated. Now, I don't knock anybody who doesn't feel like they want to wear a mask, doesn't want to wear the mask, and doesn't want to get vaccinated. Why? Because it's just the type of person I am, and I know not everybody in the world, you're never going to get 100% of everybody in the world on board doing something, because people are their own people, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, because if I feel like I want to wear my mask, I'm gonna wear my mask. If I'm in a room with 60 people and I'm the only person with the mask on, I don't care, because it's like they have a right to not wear their mask. You should have a right to feel like you want to do what you want to do, because I'm a realist, and I know in this world you're never going to get 100% of people on board liking or wanting or being okay with just doing a certain thing. It's just not. There's nothing in this world that 100% of people in this world are okay with. We have people who don't like all kinds of stuff. People who don't like certain hair color, don't like certain shoes, don't like certain food, don't like certain music, don't like certain people. You know, it's just what it is, and I'm okay with that, right? Um, you just have to be for yourself. To each his own. To each his own out here. You know, like. But I'm not gonna knock anybody. I don't think people should be knocking people who decides to wear the mask. And if you don't decide to wear the mask, don't knock them either, because it's their life. What I do know is there is something that's out here that's been killing people. And I give my condolences to those people who lost their lives, and condolences to the families who lost people during this pandemic. Um, there are some people who don't believe that there was even a COVID. And if you don't want to put a name to it, that's fine. I understand that. But something has been out here killing people. Thousands, hundreds and thousands of people. And it's like, that's the main reason that I actually got vaccinated, because it's like, and I know people say people who have died or still contracted COVID being fully vaccinated. I get that. I get that too. So this is why I say it's just a matter of choice, because when it boils down to it, if somebody feels like them getting the vaccine is going to help them deal with COVID better if they get it, then let them believe that. What I will say is that here in Boston and Massachusetts and a lot of other cities, I know that you've had to have vaccines throughout your life. For the flu vaccine, for one, is not mandated. The flu vaccine is not mandated, and I've had the flu vaccine maybe like twice in my life. I don't really like putting stuff in my body. I'll take Tylenol or Advil, stuff like that. I have high blood pressure, and the doctors had to get me to work with me to take that medicine. I tried to change my diet, exercise, and it did naturally go down, let me say, being that. But I have to really be very mindful of what I'm eating, and work out, right? But what about when we're babies, when we have to get those vaccines? I have children, 19 and 20, soon to be 20 and 21, and when they were newborn, 0 month, 1 month, 3 months, 2 months, whatever, they want them to come back for those vaccines, right? Of course, there's parents who have never who don't believe in vaccinations. That's nothing new, let alone this vaccine. People have been not believing in vaccines and think that they contribute to other things, such as autism, if you believe that autism exists. There's people who believe that those vaccines, that's why they wouldn't let their children become vaccinated. But here, it's always been a mandate. Like, you can't go to school, or the nurse would always bug me even about my kids, like, oh, we need, their shots need to be up to date. You know what I'm saying? Or they can't attend, what is it, for the measles, mumps, and rubella, MMR, the TB shot. Like, I don't know, there's different vaccines that they've said that we've had against, along our lives, unless you've been a parent who never allowed your children to get them. And that would be your business too. But Have people thought about what may have been in any of those vaccines? You know, that's just a thing. Does people know what's in the flu vaccine if they get the flu vaccine? Have you been that in depth with that? Like, these vaccines aren't anything new. Now, I know people will argue that it's how fast they've done it. Okay. Nevertheless, it's still a vaccine. I don't care how fast they came up with it or how long they took. It's still something that they say will help with something or preventing something. You know, like I said, and they're nothing new. They've been mandating vaccines. But again, that doesn't mean that you have to have it. It doesn't mean that you have to get it. It doesn't mean you have to believe in it. But something has been out here killing people. And this video is not to say to believe or persuade anybody to do anything. I'm just saying I'm tired of all this bickering about this vaccine and stuff. Like, we're never going to get everybody on board to do something 100%. It's just never going to happen. Nobody. Nothing in this world people agree on 100% that I know of. Even the good shit. You get people against shit that majority of people would say is good. Like, people would say, I'm just rambling. Anyways, I just wanted to make a quick video because I was upset I was doing all this talking and it wasn't recording. But I'm tired. I've been doing hair today. And, yeah, I just wanted to give my thoughts about it. And I wish everybody's safe, you know, in regards to what you believe, in regards to if you want to wear a mask or not. My girls are going to be going to campus soon. I have one that's a junior and one that's a sophomore. And here in Massachusetts, you can't go back to campus unless you're fully vaccinated. And they have a mask mandate in these schools. So, I'm comfortable with it. My girls are comfortable with it. I mean, I rather feel like I know that something has been out here killing people. And if you think all those deaths have been contributed to other things, you can think that too. I really don't know what the hell to think these days because it's just so much you can think and so many different perspectives. But I wear my mask when I go out. And when I'm walking up the street, if there's nobody around and I'm walking and it's just me and the trees, I take my mask off. I take it off as I feel I need to, as I want. When I'm in the gym, I wear my mask. The gyms here had stopped making people wear the mask. Well, they didn't make them stop, but they basically were letting people come in without the mask because Massachusetts had let up on wearing the mask. They say basically if a business establishment here requires for you to wear the mask, then obviously you can't come into business unless you're wearing the mask. But the gyms have reverted back to a mandated mask policy. When I was in there, people weren't wearing their mask. I was like, oh, y'all don't have your mask on. That's y'all's business. But I'm wearing my mask. That didn't stop me from going to the gym. It didn't make me be upset while I'm working in the gym because people weren't in there without their masks. Because I was doing what I wanted to do for myself, which I felt like was going to protect me a little bit. Some people say, oh, the masks aren't going to protect you from a virus. You can feel like that. You're right. You people can feel like that. And I can feel totally comfortable wearing a mask because if I feel like it's going to give me some type of protection, I'd rather feel like it's going to give me some type of protection than not. You know, just like that vaccine. I know people say people have still died, and which is bad, and people have still contracted COVID. Hell, I could have had COVID in the beginning. Like, I was sick for like 10 days in February. I didn't know what the hell it was, and I was feeling achy. And I felt like it was a bad cold. But, and honestly, I was against getting the vaccine at first. But then when my kids have to get it before they go to college, I was like, well, that's the type of mom I am. Like, you guys aren't injecting anything in your bodies. And I know people react to things differently. Just because they're my children doesn't mean that we're all going to have the same reaction or not. But I still felt like I'm going in first because let's see how it works with me. You know, the second shot took me out for like 3 days. I had headache and I was achy. But besides that, I don't have any symptoms that I know of. I'm feeling the same way. After like 2-3 days, I was back to normal. I didn't feel like I had any headache. I had a slight headache and my body was a little achy and my arm was a little sore for like a day or two, but that was it. But And like I said, I've gotten the flu vaccine, the flu shot, like maybe twice in my life because I don't really like to put things in my body. But I know that there was something out here killing people, and that scared the shit out of me. That scared the shit out of me. And to each his own out here. You know, I think we all should just try to get through this as best as possible and not beat up each other, you know, based on whatever we decide to do, because you got to remember, to each his own out here, you know. This is supposed to be a democracy, which means people are going to do what they feel is right for them. So don't knock anybody for feeling what they feel is right for them. But if you're in a situation where you're in public and you're dealing with lots of people, and let's say they make that a mandate, what are you going to do? Like, it's like, if you don't want to be someplace where there's a mandate, don't be there. Like, there's ways to round it. I mean, you might not like that, but, you know, you're not going to like everything. We're not going to like everything. So we have options and we have choices. So, and some people will say, oh, well, the government's trying to restrict. If it's someplace that I need to go and I don't want to wear my mask, but I can only wear my mask, then that's basically infringing upon my civil rights. And I understand that. But again, keep in mind that something has been out here killing people. And if you don't think that a mask or a vaccine or any of that is going to help, or to help that not happening, then again, that's your right. But there are some people out here who do. And they have a right to do what they feel they need to do to protect themselves. And you have a right to feel like you want to do what you want to do, regardless of what's out here. And there's nothing wrong with that, see? But that's my rant. I'm hungry. And you guys be nice. Don't be going to attack me and me here, because basically I said to each his own, because why do I say to each his own? Because I know we live in a world where you will never get 100% on people on board to want to do the same thing, whether it's right or wrong, interpreted by whoever. It's just never going to happen. And once we understand that, people will be more, you know, they won't be so tight and defensive and jumping on people because of what they choose to do, because in actuality, those people have a right to do that. And people will argue, well, that's not good because of this and that. And I understand. But again, to each his own. And there, we can't control what everybody does. Now, the government saying things are mandated and all this other stuff, and you have to have the vaccine to do this or that, and this, I'm back and forth with that, but I understand the world we live in. And there's lots of rules and regulations in this world, and that doesn't mean that I like them. But it doesn't mean that they're not going to stop mandating and imposing them on people. This world is nothing new, people. Them saying what we can and can't do and what we should do is nothing new. And it's not new that people say, I'm not doing it. And it's not new for some people to be like, okay, you know, so. But anyways, I'm hungry and I've been doing enough chitter-chattering, and I'm about to go eat. And I hope everybody is safe, regardless if they wear a mask or not, if they're vaccinated or not. I hope everybody's safe. That's it. Peace.